Well, the Barrie Demolition Derby was actually 2 days ago. Yesterday. And I ran this car. Now this car here is the car I ran in Erin, which was a week ago. And believe it or not, nothing really about how this car has bent has changed from Erin. And I didn't do an aftermath from Erin, so I'm going to do it now. Erin, I kind of had some problems, and mostly with fuel line. I blew a hole in the fuel line right before I went in my heat, fixed it, went into the feature, and it blew again. So unfortunately, the fuel line kind of didn't make me have a great time, but I did have fun driving around and hitting people. Ended up coming second overall. The front end did really suffer in Erin. Now, I did take this car to Barrie, which was a mud fest, and it was no fault of the track. It was just a really rainy day, and their track is super clayey. So as soon as it started getting mixed up, it just turned into a soup fest. And I realized my motor was a little bit damaged from Erin. And in Barrie, cylinder number 1 left the group chat, and she's now a 3-cylinder queen, but she still does run. It ended up driving itself on the track. It actually drove itself to where it sits right now. If you guys want to see that video, make sure you go check out my TikTok. I think it's just Zach's Workshop. But yeah, nothing really changed from this car in Barrie. And I do need to move it actually, because I need to be able to get that car out very shortly, because it's going to be going to scrap, getting torn down. Not really going to be saving anything from it. I would have liked to save the subframe, but unfortunately she's bent. But yeah, nobody really got at the tires on this in Erin or Barrie. So like, even with how bad that tire sticks out from the side, nobody really got it, which was nice. The bumper did fold on itself pretty hard. You can tell I did go a little heavy on the front end in Erin, because the whole subframe is bent. For Barrie, I never even actually got the hood open. I just cut away what I needed to cut to put more fluid inside this thing. But I did have to replace one of the radiator hoses because it was punctured from Barrie. On the inside, the back end kind of came in pretty nice. Strut did get folded over, so I ended up folding, just putting the tire on backwards just to get me on the track in Barrie. But again, nothing really happened to this car. It just, after Erin, it got extremely hot. I was kind of revving it a little bit too much. And in Barrie, as soon as I seen the track was super muddy, I wasn't thinking I would do that good. And then when I started it, the guy parked beside me says, "Can you hear that?" And I said, "What?" Because I was up here. I got out and listened, and you could hear some massive knocking going on in the bottom of this thing. So I knew it wouldn't really last that long. You can see how bad this subframe is. Oh my God. But I knew it wasn't going to last that long. So I just went out there. I made a joke from my in-car. Some people were watching from the stands. I said, "Let me know if you see a piston go flying. I might need it back." And well, sure enough, it went flying, but it went out the bottom. This was, Barrie was the last derby for me this year, I think. We're going to start building and stripping a couple more of them, but I don't know. We'll have to see what goes on. I'm not really liking derbying right now, but maybe that will change next year. Maybe that'll change over the winter. Just a lot of things are starting to get to me, and the amount I've been working, it feels like this is a second job, derbying, and this is not why I started doing the demolitions. I did it because it was fun. It was a stress reliever. I really do enjoy building the cars. I really enjoy going to the derbies, but this year, I did Aurelia, Mount Forest, Erin, Barrie. I think there was one more I did. I can't even remember. But out of all those shows, I really didn't even want to go into the feature in Aurelia because I didn't really like the rules, and I didn't like how my Camry bent. Erin, I wasn't overly happy. I didn't feel like going in the ring because I felt like my car was being sabotaged by just random people. Barrie, I didn't really want to go in the ring for my heat because of the track. The only track that I actually had fun at was Mount Forest this year, and that's because I took cars that I didn't even really care about. I didn't care about winning. I just wanted to go and have fun, and that was that Civic, which is right there, and that Caravan. And I just wanted to have fun, and honestly, I think that was the best derby for me this year, is because I felt like there was no pressure. Oh, I did Bolton. That was the other one. I did Bolton with the car over there. But I didn't feel pressure. I didn't feel stress. I felt like it was enjoyable. It felt like it was 10 years ago when I was starting this, and I really enjoyed it. So Mount Forest was probably my favorite derby this year, and I don't know. I just want that feeling, you know what I mean? I don't want the feeling like I have to force myself to get into these cars to go enjoy myself. I have more fun building them and making these videos than I actually do building the car. Sorry, than I actually do driving the cars. And that's weird for me, because driving is one of my favorite things to do. Maybe it's the fact of how much I'm working. Maybe it's the fact of just the drama and I'm not overly liking it, but I don't know. I'm sorry about the rant, guys, but I do have to move this car over about a foot, so I'm going to see if it'll start up for you here and see how bad she actually is. I'm going to move it about 2 feet that way so I can just hook a chain to this one and pull it out, but as it sits right now, I can't pull it out. Well, now that it's successfully made all my neighbors mad, you guys can still see it runs even on 3 cylinders. So these Toyotas, man, they are like impossible to kill. Like this thing here has a piston bouncing around inside the crankcase, but yet it still runs and drives enough to, it just astonishes me. Like, yeah, it's a little cold right now and it's not heat season up, but like it has enough power to drive up this mound, and that's not easy. Like, they just definitely don't build cars like the old Camrys, that's for sure. But thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry about my little rambling on. We're going to be trying to get a different car inside the shop. We are just going to be stripping it, taking the V6 out, taking the transmission out, putting my 4-cylinder motor that sat on the ground for a year in there, because my neighbor keeps bothering me to put that inside of a car because he's the one that shaved 30 thou off the head. And I'm kind of want to see what it's going to do. It was my carbureted one, but I think this here is going to be the next car inside the shop. This one right here I bought last year. It was a running driving V6, and the problem was is Buddy lost the keys, so he didn't have keys. It would turn over. He had an aftermarket key made. It would have cost $400 to make a key for it, and I ended up stealing a whole bunch of parts out of this thing to put inside my turbo 2JZ Lexus. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to put a new brake pedal assembly into this and start building it. The V6 does have to come out of it, though. I do know that, because it's got security, and I am not a fan of V6s, as you can see from that one sitting right there. So this one will probably be the next one going in the shop, and I'm going to leave the glass in it. I'm going to leave the trunk on it. I'm probably going to take out the headlights and the bumper, and just so it's easier for me to store over the winter, I probably won't put a header on it, just leave open exhaust manifold. Who knows? I might even leave it half built. I don't know. So this will be the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the aftermath of Erin and Barrie combined. The Caravan was ran in Barrie, but unfortunately I only have a 1-car trailer, so I was going to bring it home. My buddy offered to bring it home, and then he was too tired to actually drop it off, so he ended up just taking it back to his house. It will be coming here later on this week, but nothing has really changed with it, and I'll definitely get a video for you guys, though. Thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you later.